Meanwhile, back in August.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life.
Y'all, we didn't say goodbye at the ship. We are so sorry. But we are now checking into our next hotel. We are at the W Seattle. Here's our room. Let's go see what it looks like. Hey, hallway. So y'all see this? Look at our entry. Look at our hallway. Look at this. Look at this. Coming in, ain't nothing but space and opportunity. Now let's go around the corner and see what awaits us. Look at this big window. And ooh, a closet. I'm not even looking that way yet. Oh, Jay got an iron. He's been crying for an iron the whole cruise. All right, we're going to turn around. Oh, look, we can see cars. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. A desk without a view.
A desk without a view.
Oh, look at that. Nice. I know if we would have had a beautiful view, that would have been dope. We have a corner room without a view. What the hell? I think if we would have been higher too. If we would have been higher. Yep, we would have had a beautiful view. But we're only here this one night. But we got good light coming in. And so you know what that means. We can make videos.
Complimentary water.
Oh, we didn't even see the bathroom. Okay, here's the bathroom. It's not as cute as the Hotel Theodore bathroom, but it'll work. It'll work. Okay, all right, the W. We see you. Let's pay our bills now. Time to pay bills.
Don't look professional.
Hey, y'all, don't this look professional?
Yes, it does. How you doing? We are back.
So,
with a new backdrop.
We are just getting off of our cruise. And I just want to talk real quick about the cruise.
And I'm letting down all my...
And you ain't going to remember.
All my grades out.
I already know you're not going to remember.
I remember everything. I remember what I want to remember.
Hold on, let me put some lip gloss on.
Beautiful.
Do you think that's high enough? Your whole head is cut off. All right.
What's going on again? We back.
So
lips are looking beautiful.
So we are back from our 7-day Alaskan cruise.
How exotic.
Plus about 3 days, 2.5 days of Seattle. So we're going to talk about our highlights.
Ooh.
What was your favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part of the trip?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the hardest.
I never know. All right,
My favorite
tell y'all mine.
part of the trip was jumping in the kayaking, going to the glaciers. That was awesome. That was like an experience that everybody should have.
That was my favorite part.
If you're physical. Not that physical, but you know.
And I feel like if we ever did Alaska again, I would like to do the helicopter to the top of the glacier. I would like to do that one, you know.
I wonder if they was landing on the glaciers.
They was landing on the glacier.
Because they got different ones, right? Or is that same one?
No, it's the same one.
But in the back.
It lands on, like we couldn't climb. You see how that glacier was?
I didn't see them drop down, so it must have been more like...
The glacier's huge, first of all.
Okay.
It's miles and miles long. I think that glacier's about 13 miles long.
Wow.
So therefore, but you see where we were, there was no way we could climb up there. So the only way to get up there would be to get on a helicopter and land on top of it.
Wow. We didn't meet anybody. I didn't meet anybody that way.
Yes, we did, boo.
Oh, I didn't speak to them.
No,
I didn't speak to him.
Yes, he did. His memory. But I'm going to help him out. Watch this. I'm going to help you out. First of all, remember the guy who got in the hot seat? And he said about how his wife had passed away, and he had spread some of her ashes at the top.
Yes.
Remember, he was on the tour with us. The Dolly. The Dolly. Why I want to keep saying Dolly. He was on the tour. He was on the tour, the Ghost and Good Time Girls tour. Remember?
Yes, kind of. I know there was 2 guys there.
Exactly.
It was only 3 of us.
Exactly. And
So it had to be one of them.
And he was one of them. And then remember, he said how at the top of the glacier, he had the bottle. They gave him water, so they emptied out the bottle of water, and they got some of the glacier water in the bottle. He was telling us this by the bathrooms when we had the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I don't
ready.
remember all that, but yeah.
Did she say to go where she is or meet her somewhere else?
I think we'll in the front.
Okay.
Yeah. How was your glacier water?
It was good. I don't know if it was as good as your licking the glacier yesterday.
Well, you know. Yeah, I didn't have a bottle, so I tried to drink it straight from the source.
Yeah. What did you think?
Oh, well, you know, it was a little dirty, but hey, I made do.
Well,
No, it was clean. It was good. It was like a nice clean lick.
that's what she said. Well, you know what? We're on a tour. This is where. Let's see if I can show. No, is that it? We were collecting water. Right. Was it here? In this water. This was like water was in here. And it was running, so it was clean. Like a lot of the places where it was like.
So you guys we didn't get to get up on the glacier.
Well, we had to take a helicopter to get up there.
Yep.
Look, see that? It's running, and so you just put your bottle in there. So they knew people would want to do that, and so what they did is they
Yeah, so he did the helicopter.
Okay.
And even when he got in the hot seat, he was talking about how at the glacier he spread some of his wife's ashes. He poured out some bourbon, and he drank some bourbon at the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he was on the tour with us, and he was telling us about the glacier and about taking the helicopter to the top and getting some glacier water. And he lost the bottle of water because he said somewhere between. That. Yeah, he was like he set it down somewhere between dinner and something. He don't know what he did with his glacier water. Yeah. So so we do know somebody who did it, and it was just magical.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a good purpose too, to go up there.
Yeah.
So.
And so that was my favorite part too, doing the canoe. That was totally worth it. You felt like you worked for it because we had a canoe for 1 hour, about an hour getting to the glacier. And that was a workout. And then an hour coming back from the glacier.
After 50,000 breaks in between.
Yeah.
I thought I got this. I needed a break myself.
We're on Mendenhall Lake, which is a glacier-fed lake. So we're in glacier water, going to the glacier. That was just amazing. And I was able to lick the glacier. Do not judge. Do not judge.
Yeah, we wasn't able to go on top of the glacier or walk on top of it, because she was able to.
Yeah. The part where we would normally walk on, Juneau had like about 4 days of heavy rain, and it really flooded the city and everything.
It flooded a lot.
And it washed away some of the glacier, and that part was the part that was safe for us to get on. So they wasn't gonna, I'm sure we could have got on the glacier, but they wasn't gonna do anything that wasn't safe and already tested out, because glaciers, it's ice. They could collapse. It could do things, and so
we know we swimming with the glacier.
But they did refund us. They refund us $200 back, so that was pretty dope. Y'all know I like my money.
Did you deduct that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told you $230, whatever I was. That it was originally $700 for the glacier trek, so they charged us like $512 instead of $712.
But I was more excited to be on the ship for our seminar. I was very excited about that, about getting on the ship.
Yeah.
Also.
So that was like just being on the ship was your favorite part, you would say?
Yeah, just being in the moment, just making magic happen. Just thinking about all the goods.
Yeah. All right. So our first stop was Ketchikan.
Yeah.
Ketchikan, Alaska. What was your favorite part about Ketchikan?
Ketchikan was the tour. We did the tour.
Yeah, so that was the one where we really didn't have a plan. So we got off the boat and kind of winged it. which is something I suggest for you guys going on cruises. You don't always have to book stuff through the cruise ship, which I prefer not to do, because I feel like the cruise ships, they're overpriced and they're crowded.
Yes.
Yes, so many people going on an excursion that they feel very watered down. So I prefer to find small tour companies. You can either go on Viator or TripAdvisor. Therefore, you can read reviews and so on and so forth. But a lot of these companies will cater to cruise ships, so they know your cruise schedule, so on and so forth. So you don't have to necessarily worry about, oh my goodness, what if I get left behind? This is their industry too. They don't want that smoke. Exactly. They don't want that reputation.
They don't want that in their TripAdvisor.
Exactly.
So,
So I find them very safe. I found them to be way cheaper, and I find them to be smaller groups and able to be more personal.
And we end up meeting people.
Yeah, from either our cruise, or sometimes they're from other cruises. Sometimes they're just in the area vacationing too. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty diverse.
And knowing that we didn't have a plan to be anything in Ketchikan, I had a pretty good day.
Catching my eye.
Yeah, I had a pretty good day over there.
Yeah, so we did a tour. We did a bus tour where we got paid about $40 a piece, and they kind of took us around, and we was able to see a black bear.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Boar and eagle.
Yeah, bald eagle.
Bald eagle.
Yeah,
and
that was pretty much
it. Was close the waterfall.
Yeah.
Oh, that was real chilly. Ooh, we got close to that waterfall, but it was a real big one.
So it was definitely, they took us places that we weren't going to be able to walk to from our cruise port. So that was nice. And then from there, we walked around the town of Ketchikan. I thought the town was pretty interesting. It had some personality with all of the houses on stilts, the businesses on stilts.
Yes.
So we went to Dolly's house. Prostitution is huge.
We walked around. We seen a lot of salmon.
Yeah, prostitution from back in the day, not now.
No, yeah.
But back in the day, they have a history of prostitution.
Yes.
Yeah. Food. We really did not get anything to eat. We did have the fries with the crab meat fries. They were okay.
Yeah, it was whatever. It was different.
Yeah. So, but we really didn't try anything else because we were like, we have a whole boat. Oh, we did the Lumberjack show.
And the Lumberjack show.
Which I recommend.
We was just walking and we was like, let's see what we can get in. Because that was something that the cruise had. So
yeah, the cruise was selling that for way more money. And we paid about $40 a piece, about $45, $42 a piece to do that. And it was cute. It was entertaining. It was, I would say, if you have nothing to do, it did not hurt, I don't think. I don't feel like, was it a little expensive? Yes, $40 per person. That was a little high. But there's not much else to do, so what else you gonna do?
Yeah, that was my first lumberjack. How you enjoyed it?
Yeah, that was my first too. I thought it was insane.
Yeah.
Seeing them do their little competitions and stuff like that. So hey, I would definitely recommend it. Not for the ship price, but for the price out there.
The log race that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they fell in that water.
yeah. So that was cool. Yeah, and so that was Ketchikan. And then Ketchikan is a place that doesn't have a whole lot of snow.
They did have, oh no, it wasn't Ketchikan. No, it wasn't. Okay. They're not known for lobster there, so.
No. They don't have king crab. They're not known for king crab, not lobster.
Okay.
They're not known for king crab. But they do have Dungeness, or is it Dungeness, whatever, and snow crab. But if you do get king crab there, just know that it's just like you getting king crab where you live. It's frozen, it's shipped in, it's imported. So it's not fresh. Yeah. And then we went to our second stop was Juneau, which we already told you about because that was our favorite thing to do, which was the lake and going to Mendenhall Glacier. But they also have Tracy's King Crab place, shack, restaurant, whatever it's called. We went there, but they ran out of king crab by the time we got there.
Yes. Yeah, we was.
So we got some regular Dungeness crabs, and it was just okay.
Yeah,
honestly,
it was okay.
Skip it. Honestly. Because I even feel like those little crab cakes felt manufactured. It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like the best. Like, come on, crab cake, babe.
I never had the best of crab cake, so.
Y'all, it was nowhere near the best.
But it was a good place to eat.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't horrible.
Yes, it was. It wasn't. It was okay.
It was better than Ketchikan.
It tasted, but we didn't have any real food in Ketchikan. We just had some fries. I feel like Tracy's Crab Shack. To me, it tastes like fast food crab. It tastes like fast food crab meals.
Well,
even the bisque wasn't all that.
She tried the best of the best, so
In the United States of America, my thing is in the lower 48. My thing is y'all know he likes anything, so don't trust his opinion. Trust mine.
Well, it's not. It doesn't compare to the what's that? The bags.
The seafood boils.
Yeah, the
crab boils.
It doesn't compare to that.
But it should, y'all. You know why it should? Because this is Alaska, the place where they claim they jump in the ocean itself and grab the crabs fresh. That they don't freeze them. That it's all fresh. So when you go there, you expect the salmon to be amazing, to just be like, oh my God, this is the best salmon. You expect the crab to be amazing. Oh my God, this is the best crab. It just wasn't that for me at all. And the prices, honestly, you would think that the prices could be even cheaper, being that this is the place where they're producing this stuff. They're not paying to import nothing, to export anything. They're not paying for any of that stuff, but yet the prices were high. Why? Because we're tourists and they're going to overcharge us for things. So no, I feel like you don't need it. But at the same time, guys, to be fair, we did not have the king crab. So you guys can very well go and try it for the king crab. But if you're going to go get the regular crab, it was super basic, bland, no taste. Leave it alone.
Pretty much.
Trust my opinion.
It wasn't a boil.
It was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they should be on top of their crab game.
Yeah, but I think what makes the boil is the season,
Well, they should be on top of their crab game. They should have some sauce or something. Like, even their butter just tasted basic. Think about the other place we went. The butter was way better. Think about it. Y'all listen to me. Don't listen to Jay.
So we're going back.
Jay gonna have y'all spending y'all money for no good reason.
And after that, all that physical workout we did in the kayak, we end up doing a little hike.
Oh my God, yes.
We met some more of our friends.
Yep, right then and there.
Super cool. Like, I didn't have cash on me.
But they bought it. We didn't even know they was buying our tickets.
Yeah, we didn't even know.
Our tickets.
It was like, after you finish eating, we're going to this hike. We was like, all right, we'll go for the hike.
We're going. We down.
Yeah.
So we paid $20 for the round trip tram up Mount Roberts.
And it's right next to the cruise ship. Right next to it.
Right across the street, guys. And here's the thing. If you want to pack your day with something that maybe you don't want to pay for inexpensive, you can actually hike up Mount Roberts. That will be a freaking challenge because that mountain is steep. But it's about a 2-hour hike, they say. So I would say 2 to 3 hour hike. I don't know.
Well, that same hill?
Yeah, from the bottom. You can hike from the bottom all the way to the top.
Oh. Ooh.
And then when you get to the top, you can take the tram back down. If you buy something in the gift shop up there for $10, your tram ride back down is free. So know that as well. So even if you buy one way up and then you can go and buy something because you may want to buy trinkets and souvenirs anyway, you can pay for a tram ride back down, or you can buy something for $10 and pay for it then and come back down for free. But it was a beautiful sight, and they also have several hiking trails. So not just hiking from the bottom to the top, but once you get up there, if you take the tram up there, there's a trail map that you can get for $1 donation, and there's several trails that you can hike. And we did a little baby trail, and y'all,
that was enough for me.
And it had beautiful scenery. It had totem poles along the way, and it was definitely worth doing.
You had the view of the ships, the view of the city.
Honestly, we were not in Juneau long enough. We got into Juneau at 1:30 p.m. And probably we got off the ship about 2 p.m. We were running a little late because our tour began at 2, and we didn't get off till about 2.
Yeah, they was having they was on a delay of letting us out. So
and then we had to be back on the boat by 8:30 p.m. So honestly, we could have used some more time because our excursion was a good 5-hour excursion by itself, right? And then we didn't even have time to hike that whole trail because it was like, we got to make sure we get back to the boat. And so we squeezed in some time to eat. But there was way more to do. I heard there was oysters. What was it, like oysters and wine or something?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that somebody, they said it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did hear that, man.
We didn't have time to go and look at souvenirs, none of the shops.
I was dead. The only thing I had in me is we ate a little. Mm-hmm. We didn't even go to dinner.
Let me go back to Catch a Can real quick. Honestly, we could have used more time at Catch a Can too. I liked it. But remember, in Catch a Can, I found the Starbucks mugs, and that's going to be at Orca Popcorn. There's not a Starbucks within the walking distance of the pair, but if you are a collector of mugs, Orca Popcorn, which also has great popcorn, but they also have Starbucks mugs there. And then remember the salmon market.
Oh, the salmon was good.
The salmon was so good. There's going to be several places.
I never ate salmon out of a can or they even chopped it up. They had some chopped up ones that was in a bag, but it was good. Smoked salmon is my thing right now.
Yeah. There's going to be several places where you can test samples of salmon, but let me tell you something. On, what's it called? Was it called Creek, Catch a Can Creek? The creek, the one with the sticks, the where the creek is and the shops. That's going to be your most expensive place. Don't buy your stuff there. They're expensive. Buy your stuff that are in the shops that are closest to the street, closest to the ship.
Yeah, and there's one that that supplies all those other ones.
That's the salmon market.
Yeah, so
that they supply. So therefore, their prices were way cheaper than all of the other prices. If you're going to buy some canned salmon or salmon in a box, like in a package, their price is going to be cheaper. And they have great samples, and they just really took excellent care of us. They have other things there too, like your spruce tipped jellies and your honeys. Yeah. And I got some geoduck. I don't know if they're gonna have geoduck. That was something they had just got in, but they might not always have it. And y'all might not want geoduck anyway. It's just my obsession right now. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Oh dang, we needed to try the geoduck together.
Right out from the can?
All right, we're not going to try it together. I'm going to have to try it with my friends, unfortunately.
No good.
I know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
No, it's okay.
No, you're not. You want to try it. All right, guys. And so then when we went to the last stop.
Skyway.
We were there for the longest. We were there from 7 in the morning to like 9 in the evening. Way too much time. Matter of fact, we were back on the boat like 2 hours before we had to be on the boat. It's a very small town.
There's
not a lot to do.
We actually walked over there early in the morning because we had a tour there, a walking tour, but it was at 12 p.m.
Yep.
So we walked into town, and we walked back. We did a little bit of shopping.
So know this. They have a $2 bus. Like when you get off the ship, there's a bus that can take you to town for $2. But honestly, you can walk it for free because it's right there. And you're going to be able to pass Pulling Creek.
Less than a mile.
Yeah, you're going to be able to pass Pulling Creek with the salmon jumping. Yeah, it's less than a half of a mile. I mean, it's a really quick walk. Mm-hmm. And I guess the only way you would take the bus is if you just had some mobility issues, or if the weather's super bad, like if it's really cold or really raining, you may want to take the bus. And like I said, it's $2 one way. And then I think you can get a $5 ticket to ride the bus.
And pretty much everything is right there. Like all your tour people out there. They'll take you
right at the end of the pier. Mm-hmm. What they kind of didn't have, they didn't have like a whole lot of get off the boat and find your tour, find something to do. It seemed to be a town. Skyway seemed to be a town that was really controlled by the cruising industry. Mm-hmm. Because even when we would go into a place to try to buy a tour outside of the cruise, they only had specific times they could sell, and they couldn't sell the same times that cruise ships had. But it was, so like the train, for instance, you could do a 2-hour train ride up White Pass mountains or whatever.
And they supposedly they didn't want to mingle the ships.
And that was probably because of COVID.
Yeah, so they didn't want to mingle the ships of the people together.
Yeah, so if you were coming in, for instance, we were Celebrity, they didn't mingled the celebrity guests with somebody coming off of a Norwegian cruise. So this time, like 4 o'clock, maybe for celebrity people only. But at the same time, the boat sold the train tickets for way more. It was like $189, I believe. Yes, I had the sense that the cruise ship industry controlled the commerce there, meaning that I feel like most of the stores are owned by the cruise ships and things like that. So I say that to say, like, if you were to buy your train tickets directly from the train station, it was $99, right? However, they only had a very small amount of times that they could sell you. And they weren't allowed to sell you the times that the ships sold. And I'm like, well, if I'm on Celebrity and they have a 4 o'clock, why can't I buy a 4 o'clock ticket from y'all? They couldn't. Yeah, I was feeling like I might get on the train and fall asleep. Like, you know, I'm sitting there looking out the window. Ooh, there's a tree. I don't know. I didn't do the train. I don't know. Some people, I don't know. People who did it, they didn't come back feeling like, ooh,
Yeah.
best experience ever. So yeah.
But if you have some little ones, you know, they always like the train stuff, you know.
I don't know about for that price though. Bump that. No. And so for me, we did the Ghost and Good Times Girls tour, which was really good, honestly.
Yes.
I didn't think it was going to be that
entertaining.
good. Yeah, I thought it was going to be kind of like, we could have did this ourselves and paid $10. But no, it was a great tour.
They was throwing us in the alleys and stuff, and
it was good storytelling.
Yes.
It was good storytelling. She took us around. We seen some things that we probably wouldn't have seen with our own 2 eyes. You know, or noticed. Yeah, and then it ended in the Red Onion Brothel, saloon, which was really good. And, you know, that was great stories there and everything. So I think that was definitely worth it. And then I heard that I feel like it was a trolley tour. Some people did that and they said it was very entertaining too. And they said it was really like entertaining and good storytelling, so that might be worthwhile as well. But as far as Skyway is concerned, there's not a whole lot to do. There is a show, but we did eat there. We went to the Skyway Fish Company. Look at this guy.
Skyway Fish Company.
Really, Jay? Really?
Oh yes, with the Alaskan,
the king crab.
King crab, Alaskan king crab, and one of my favorite oysters. Right now.
It was really good. So their oysters, I would say, was good. It was worthwhile, and actually the price was good. It
was a little tug of war with her to get on the plate.
It's always a tug of war with me when it comes to spending money, y'all. But this is why, because I always have a plan. If you're on a cruise, you already paid for your food on that boat. I don't really like to pay for food when I'm off of the boat. That's one. The only way I'll pay for food off of the boat is if they have something that's unique.
Yes.
So the king crab was going to be unique.
Yes.
But we get there, and homeboy wants to throw oysters in the mix too, and that wasn't part of the original.
Alaskan fresh oysters, not frozen.
But the problem for me was
I was thinking like her. It's like, woo.
The king crab that he wanted to get was going to be $99 for one leg. One for him and one for me. That was going to be $200 for 2 legs, because it was going to be a jumbo leg. I don't know how big a $99 leg, one leg, was going to be.
That's crazy.
But that's
the
what
prices
you wanted
again.
to do.
The prices again, right?
The prices, exactly.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like y'all,
and it's right there, right next to the cruise. Like,
y'all the home of king crabs, exactly. So I feel like, they jacked their prices up before tourists, and that just seemed ridiculous. So my thing was, if we were gonna do $99 king crab, $200 for 2 legs of crabs, we ain't doing oyster soup. That was my thing. But they end up running out of the jumbo king crab. So we got the normal king crab for like $50 a piece.
Yeah.
And so we did.
And I convinced her to get at least one jumbo leg thing.
Yeah, but they didn't have it.
So they didn't have it.
Yeah, so originally we were going to get one jumbo and one $50.
Yes. And then the oysters.
Yeah, but I was just like, But they didn't have it, so we got the oysters. The oysters were a good price because it was $19 for a half dozen, where we've been to places where it was way more than that for a half dozen.
Yes. I was trying to get the full dozen, but...
Again, We only here to taste. You ain't got to really get full on. Yeah, like let's just taste it and keep it moving. I keeps money, guys. He. But yeah, but I think that the crabs was tasty. It was way better than the crabs at Trade. But then again, we had done just crabs, so I guess you can't compare.
Yes.
But the food just tastes more tasty. Like even the vegetables, the grilled vegetables were tasty.
Yes.
And everything.
The grilled vegetables.
So
it was.
Yeah.
I ate my whole plate.
Yeah. So, but once again, this place is right off of the ship. You walk down the sidewalk a little bit, it's right there. And so you always feel kind of leery about this tourist places that are right there that just caters to the people coming in off of cruise ships. But it is what it is. And I did enjoy my meal. That's all I can say. That is all I can say.
Yes. She was a happy
And so
camper.
now we are back in Seattle. What was our favorite thing in Seattle so far? We did a walking tour. We did the Pikes Market. Yeah, it was underwhelming.
We did the zip card.
I know. Yeah, the Pike Market tour was underwhelming because we've had better.
You went to the gym with me.
My one
One
time
day.
and only. Yep. And now we're about to go get some great sushi.
Ooh.
So.
Yes. Oh, and then we went to that restaurant. That was kind of pricey too.
Yeah, that was underwhelming.
Oh, but we had the oysters there too, right?
Yeah, but it was underwhelming. And it was expensive.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah, so there's nothing I would recommend for them at all. No. So.
Well, go to the farmers market. They got a lot of stuff going in there, but we didn't try nothing out.
The fish market.
The fish market.
Yeah. Yeah, which we can go to right now. Let's go. Bye!
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just